If I had to give advice to a first-time innovator, it would be the following. Do your homework and plan, plan, plan. You have to know what it will take to come to market. So if there are guidances out there, make sure you've looked at them. If you're making a technology that's like another technology out there, well, oftentimes we've put a summary of our decision, particularly for high-risk devices under a PMA. Make sure you look at those. Are there standards that we've recognized that are relevant? Take a look at all those sources of information. But you know what? If you don't know, make sure you get a good consultant. There are many of them out there, and they can help you in what you need to do to get to market. Because if you're not sure, you got to get the answer to it. And the other is plan early. We advise that if you're making something truly innovative, absolutely come talk to us. Get our advice. The nice thing is you can get our advice for free. We suggest that you ask for what we call a pre-submission meeting, where you can pose your questions to us. We'll give you a response in writing, and we'll talk to you in person, and we'll stand behind the advice we give you. Now, I suggest that if we do give advice, take it in consideration very strongly, because it is giving you our thinking on what it takes to come to market. But on the other hand, if you're an innovator and you disagree, you got to raise it to us, because we see the world from our lens. We're going to give you our best advice based upon what we know. But you may know your technology, and you'll know the constraints you're under better than we do. So if you have an alternative way to approach it, tell us about it, because you know what? We might agree, or together we can work on a pathway that meets your needs and will meet our needs, and it can get that product to market quickly and at lower cost. I think the biggest mistake is not knowing what you don't know. And that's one of the challenges. We've seen many innovators who sort of go it alone, if you will. They think they know what to do, or sometimes they get bad advice. And as a result, they go down rabbit holes. They burn through their money very quickly, and then they're not going to see other source of funding, and that's the end of the technology. And it might have been terrific technology if it could have been further developed and brought to market. The other is we see innovators very much focused on what are the steps they need to make, what are the milestones they need to get that next level of funding from a venture capitalist to a more angel investment. And that is very important to do, but at the same token, sometimes they'll shoot for milestones they're not yet ready to make. So my advice is come in, and when you tell us about your technology, tell us about your business plan. Let us know what are the milestones you have to meet and when do you have to meet them in order to get your next set of funding. And we'll work with you to try to get there. We might be able to design a strategy that lets you hit those milestones while at the same time gathering the kind of data you need to get the product on the market. And then ultimately, it's a win-win for everyone. You not only get the additional funding, you ultimately get to yes on your product. And that's what really has the big payoff, not only for you, the innovator, but for the people at the heart of all of this, patients.